What's up, guys? I'll go through the sequence first, and then I'll break it down what I'm doing, okay? Alright, so I like the over-under pass a lot, but I found that it's kind of hard to implement it in no-gi. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, but it's just easier for the opponent to escape. So why is this? Because basically when you set up the over-under, in the gi you either have like the belt grip or the pant grip or lapel grip. Obviously you don't have that in no gi. Okay, so you kind of relying on here or here. Okay, it's easier for the opponent to first of all like frame you stiff arm, but also to kind of turn away, right? So when they turn away, you have this grip that kind of holds them down or slows them down, but it's hard to keep. And then from here you can go to the back and stuff, but like, what if I just want to pass, you know? So it's kind of frustrating, especially me when I do the over-under. I put like all my weight, so I feel like this hand isn't really doing much. Like I might as well just put it here, and then all they have to do is kind of like horse kick, and I kind of lose, like I'm just using one leg here, okay? Plus, you know, you can get triangled and all that easier in no-gi. So not that I don't use the over-under no-gi, but I found the basically double overpass works really well too. And this is not to be confused with like over-overpass. Sometimes it's called that, but especially not a body lock pass. So body lock pass would be where you kind of, in some fashion, either this side or the other side, you lock over the body, which is a great pass, but that's not what we're talking about. Okay, so anyway, I'm here. I'm gonna come at an angle. I might start with the over-under, or I might just shoot to the double leg pass, okay? If I start with the over under, that's fine, okay? Remember his knee is gonna be like probably on the outside of my hip, okay? Eventually, either he's gonna lock his legs around my leg, which gives me the opportunity to do this, or I'm just gonna bring it out on the outside. Sometimes you see like Cyborg, Abreu does this, okay? So I'm here, I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna kind of flamenco the leg, walk out, straighten it out, and push back, okay? So now he has like a half guard, okay? So some people, you can just kick out, but what if the guy's taller than you? If he's taller than you, basically what you're going to do is you're going to bring this leg in, so like this knee, and it creates like a side pressure on his leg, and you kind of sideways take your leg out. So it ends up being like this, okay? From here, you're not going to be passed because he's going to be like framing you, and he still has the ability to hip escape, okay? So what you can do, though, that's great about this pass that you don't have as much in the over-under is you can shelf the legs. Kind of like what they do in wrestling, okay? So here, either you can go like this, or you can grab behind your knee, and now you have like another free arm, okay? The thing that's awesome with this is that you can take your time with it too. You don't have to be like super fast. Okay, one tip I like to do in terms of shelving the legs. So I come here, okay, let's say I got here, I got past the knee line on the other side. He still has the legs, you know, locked. From here, you can lock like a basic, just like around your hand grip. Or if the guy's like super thick legs and he's way bigger than you, you can just go behind the knees like a double leg. Like pretend you hit a double leg and now you're on the ground. Okay? So here, you just, you know, keep your elbows to your body. Bring in the side pressure. You have to be cognizant that you could be rolled, but you're ready. If he tries and rolls you, you just move you can straighten your leg, move your hips back, and try again. So anyway, you're here. You're up here. You're putting pressure to try and flatten his hips. Okay? Bring in your leg from here. Now you have this. Okay? Now, if you want to shelf the legs, which is what my goal is, it's going to be hard from here without a lot of muscle. So one adjustment I make that I actually saw like Habib does and some other guys like Damian Maia and other MMA fighters, basically create more of an angle, okay? More of an angle, and then brings his legs closer to you. Now it seems as if you can reach further, okay? So you reach further. Now take a big step and keep your, I like to keep the hand behind the knee, okay? From here, I'm not really taking like a bunch of weight off him. What I can do is I can just come here. It's basically like a leg drag. Come up here, okay? If he has frames, like if he's doing this, which is most likely what he's going to be doing, okay? I'm here. What I'm going to do, okay, I might hold like the waist here. What I'm going to do, let's say he has an arm here and an arm here. I'm going to quickly post here, push, pull in one movement. Push, pull. That momentarily makes his arms like this, only momentarily. So what I'm going to do, push, pull, slide up. So now he can't stiff arm me anymore. Okay, slide up. If you want to be annoying, you can even bring it into, like, you're not going to headbutt it, but kind of put some pressure here. Okay, from here, you want to keep no space in between your hips. Here, now, you basically have the pass. Also, obviously, if he starts rolling, or if you kind of influence him to bring his arm over, now you start having the back take. You know, either by the gift wrap, or you can do, you know, this grip here, and and then throw a leg in, slide your knee up, and then, you know, there's a bunch of ways to take the back, obviously, okay? So that's the second thing, okay? So we've got the setup. So the setup, what I like to do is come at an angle, either jump to it straight, or you can go to the over-under. Remember, obviously, you're staying on your toes, okay? Another way you could get it is if you're like in the knee shield, okay? Now he's sideways. You kind of want to get him on his back. So one thing like I've seen Hodger Gracie do is the simple leg weave, and he kind of grabs the other leg, lifts it a little bit, connects his hands, and then he kind of just steps around the knee and comes here. And now same thing, flatten, put pressure, come out here, and then come here, okay? So that's definitely a way you can do it. It's probably a little harder, okay? But you can do that, okay? You know, you can, if you're in the knee shield, you can come up here, bring the leg up, and now suddenly you're past the shield. You can bring your elbow over and get your knee back on the ground, and now you're here again, okay? And then you can, you know, clear the first knee, come around here. He'll be locking a half guard. Break this, okay? Then another thing I like to do though, so we said you can create more of a 90-degree angle to make it easier to shelf, right? Let's say you're doing that, you create this angle, and he kind of sits up into you, which is also a common counter. Like he tries to go for a switch, or he tries to, like he sits up in you, and then he tries to grab your waist and like roll you, which is what some people do for this pass. Like Lachlan Giles has a good video on that, on how to counter the rugby pass. So if he does that, no problem, okay? So you're here, you create this angle, okay? Then he tries to counter. All you have to do really to stop the counter though is to, now you hook the leg, because his goal is to either roll you or like sit up and then bring his legs out and kind of like do a switch or a sprawl. But if you trap the legs, he can't do that, okay? So this is also made pretty popular by Habib. He's not the only one who's done it, but he's very good at it, obviously. So here, come here, create the angle. Even if he sits up, you can just leg triangle. Try and get around the pit of the knees. If you don't, it's not a huge deal, but try. So here, come here, and then from here, squeeze your, triangle your legs, okay? Obviously, if this is MMA, you can kind of pin one of his arms and keep punching him, and you can be like, obviously, this is what Habib was like famous for. He'd be like talking to you and punching you in the face, okay? But what you can do, same thing, if he has the frames, you can kind of push, pull real quick, come in. Even if you don't get double underhooks, you might just get head and arm. That's still great, right? Then slide up the body, okay? So that's the Habib triangle, right? So we're here. He might be in like butterfly guard. You push him, come here, okay? He's probably gonna get some type of, leg wrap on you. Come here, whether it's here or here. Bring this out. It's not over yet though. He's not gonna just let you pass like this. So I create angle. I try and do the first one where I leg shelf. Maybe he's defending that well by sitting up into me. So I'm just gonna triangle here, sit over it, lock, okay? From here, I can hold him down, punch, or take the frames away and sit up into him. Other thing I can do is I can just switch sides, It can sit out. Or I can turn it into a folding pass, okay? So you came out here, you did the triangle, you closed it. Let's say the knees are kind of out here, like you didn't get exactly what you wanted. So now it's kind of hard to just go over the legs. You know, he'll still have his frames out here. Just, you know, you can choose which side. If you already have the triangle, like locked this way, it might be easier to just come this way. So I'm already behind, you know, I'm already behind the calf. So I'll come here. You know, if it's MMA, you can still strike, or, you know, you can get the underhook, and then all the ways you can, you know, all the ways you can progress from the folding pass. You know, whether you bring them up here, come out the back, or you just go straight to mount. It's whatever you want to do. Okay. Another thing you can do with this is kind of like what Cyborg Abreu does a lot, is like you can switch sides. Normally I don't really love switching sides, hopping back and forth. This isn't really hopping, like you can do it at a slow pace. So you're here, okay, come in, or however you set it up, okay? Maybe you were on the ground already, you set up an over-under, then you switched, okay, you're here. You bring this out, okay? From here, he's gonna probably start to try and get on his side. You're gonna keep putting pressure on him to try and flatten him out, but like he knows he's trying to get on his side too, okay? So he's on his side, all right? Then what you want to do, what you can do from here, is just bring your knee over, or even like your foot over. Come here, and then just switch. He might turn in you and resist you, and then you just do it again. So he turns in you, then you come here, and then each time you go up a little bit more, and you come up there, okay? Lastly, what I'll say, I saw like Yuri Samoas has taught this as well, which I think is awesome. So let's say you're here, okay? You're here, you come around, then he gets on his side, tries a hip escape, okay? You still have this grip, you come around, keep the grip though. You're gonna turn your head, and then you'll put your weight into him. Either you get this underhook, or you will cross face, and then you can still shelf the legs here, okay? So you started on one side, then you ended up on the other. So I'll show it the other way, okay? So I'm here, I came here, he's hip escaping, so I come around, keep this grip, okay? Maybe I just had the underhook grip, or crossface, whatever, and I just drive into him, and then if I can get the leg shelf, great. If I can't, it's not a huge deal, okay? And obviously from here, you basically have the pass, okay? Come here, you can get the pass, you can come around, get the pass. Obviously you can take the back, okay? Lastly, what I'll say, it doesn't mean you never do the over-under pass, but there's still solutions. Like if you do the over-under pass, and then he kind of sits up into you, so he sits up into you, you can still like wrap behind his back, close here, and kind of shelf here. You can still do that and come around, okay? It just, I feel like it's not as stable as the double leg pass, okay? Same thing, let's say you came here, and then for some reason you just can't make it work in terms of shelving. you can always just, this leg will be lighter. It's one leg instead of two. You can still do this. It's basically like just a leg drag from the over-under. Okay, so from here, but you just got to watch out because now you left him one leg that he could possibly get under. You know, it doesn't mean it's a bad move. You just got to watch out for that. Okay, from here, you can still go around or block, push the hip and still, you know, go. The last thing I'll say, which I didn't explain yet, which is cool for like MMA reasons, is so you're here, you come up, create the angle, okay, then you're gonna pull the legs to you, come here, I like to do this, you don't have to, then you can come here, you can kind of post on his chest or his throat or frame or whatever, put your knee on his hip, so now he's like completely stuck, right? So you have this shelved, of course, with the help of your arm, and then you can strike. I'm pretty sure I've seen Habib do this, and at least there's definitely a highlight where I saw him do this. So you could be like this, where now you gained height advantage, but you're still controlling him, you know? It's very, I mean, you're not going to stay here forever, but like you get a few strikes in here, elbow, okay? And then when you're done, you can still like hip in, and you still have either this or, you know, if he turns and tries to get up and go, at least you have the back, or you can have like the tight waist grip. You know, he's in trouble anyway, okay? So, try that pass out. I really like it. I was really frustrated at no gi, because I love over-under pass. It's so strong for gi, but like for no gi, I was making it was a hard time to make it work, and I didn't know, like, I remember watching a video about like Bernardo Faria. He said it was hard for him if it's like really sweaty to implement the over-under. Sometimes he doesn't even try it. And I remember like one time I messaged like John Danaher. I never met him personally, but like on Facebook, and he was saying like it's over-under is not that you know, effective or high percentage pass for most people in no-gi. But I love the mechanics of it, and I feel like it's good for like if you're not super fast or coordinated, like you can just take your time and pass from it. So this is like a nice modification that basically works similar, you know, to the over-under. Instead of being here or, you know, like this way, you're just over one leg. It's a little different, but not like super. It's very similar. You still do a lot of the same mechanics. So try it out and let me know how it works for you in the comments below. Thanks.